Hello everyone, it's Karen Lazenby. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator living in the UK. I'm just popping on today to do a quick card. Today I'm going to tell you about our Stampin' Up sale, which lasts from the 24th of March to the 3rd of May, and it is our 20 to 21 annual catalogue. There are sheets and sheets and sheets of items that are up for sale, as you can see the list, and you can get some good bargains if you go over to my Stampin' Up shop, which is karenlazenby.stampinup.net. Today I'm going to be using Highland Heather cardstock and the Butterfly Bijou 6x6 designer series paper, which unfortunately has sold out at the present time. I'm going to be using my stamping apparatus with the lovely Butterfly Brilliance, which is available until 3rd of May, which I'll put that ready in there. We're going to be using 2 butterflies today, and we're using this one and this one. We're also going to be using the butterfly wings dies, and I'll show you how these all cut out as we go along. The sentiment I'm taking today is from our Timeless Tulips photo polymer set, and that is this one here: Happy Easter, Happy Spring, Happy, Happy Everything. And I'm also going to be using the pierced bloom dies, which I'm just going to use the label die out of this one. I'll show you it, just run it through your Big Shot or your stamping cut and emboss machines, and it's that one there, and it's got the pierced detail on it. First of all, I'm going to show you how these stamp. I'm going to use my own stamping apparatus to do this, but you can purchase one from Stampin' Up, which is in the catalogue, which is a completely different one to mine, but a better one than mine. But I've had mine quite a few years. And I'm just going to ink the stamp up. It's a huge ink, a huge stamp, sorry. And it cuts out all in one. And the best part about being able to use your stamping apparatus for this stamp is if you miss out on any of the butterflies, you can re-stamp, re-ink and go back in. Just stand up to get this pushed down. And just give it time for the ink to and then, because that's only light, I would just go over that again. I would re-ink the stamp up just to get a bolder pattern on it. And because it's held in place with magnets, the actual paper itself doesn't move, hopefully. And there we go. You get a nice pattern. Now there is one full die that cuts out all these, which you put through your stamping cut and emboss machine. So I'll just put that to one side because I've already cut mine out. And the elements I'm going to use today in size forms are Highland Heather cardstock, 5 7/8, 8 1/4 by 5 7/8. The insert in the first matten layer is 4 by 5 6/8. One for the insert and one for the front of the card, and then 3 7/8 by 5 6/8. And then I've cut a piece of Highland heather, which measures 1.5 inches by 5 6/8. And I've cut 2 butterflies out, which I told you I've already coloured one in. I'm going to do colouring with you now to colour that in. And these are the butterfly dies that cut out the actual wings. So I'm going to use Highland Heather Stampin' Blends today for this. So we'll start off with the dark, and I'll use the bullet end. They all come with 2 ends, and I'm just going to go over the black shaded areas on the butterflies, trying not to go over the lines, but it doesn't really matter if you do. All our stamps from catalogue are quite well shaded areas for you, and you just need to really pull the colours in with your lighter shade. It's simple as that. And I'll just bend those. These are 2 that are on the same colour, although they look different. This one has dried. So I'm going to start and stick things down now. First of all, I'm going to start with our base card. I'm just going to run my bone folder over that, because if you have any raised edges from cutting the card stock, it does flatten them out. And I will use our liquid glue, which is Tombow. Just give you a little tiny bit of wiggle room with this glue. There we go. And then we have our matte and layer. Oops, that's not the right. I'll have to get my cutter out. It's not the right size. Our paper trimmer has 2 blades, well, 1 blade and an embossing tool on it. So when you're cutting a score on your card, that's better. Just cut the right bottom end off it a little bit, and we'll cut this down, stick this down with our stamp and seal, because it's a thinner card stock. And I've run this through the embossing machine, the cut big shot, and I've used a little die that punches out all these little tiny, just to give it a bit more, and I've also done it on the purple cardstock as well. So I'll stick that down with Tombow. I think it's supposed to be a trail, the trail that the butterflies leave behind as they're fluttering around. I'm putting that towards the bottom of the card. Try and get it as straight as possible. And now I'm going to stick the butterflies together, and I'll use Tombow for this. So I'm just going to put a little tiny bit of glue on the body of the butterfly and then put the gorgeous cut out over the top of it. It's that one. And then I'll do the same with this one. Just hold them wings together. Make sure you get it central. There we go. Hold it for a second. There you go. So what I will do, I'll just pull these wings up a tiny little bit, bend them downwards. One's quite not stuck yet. And then I'm going to pop these onto the card. I'll use Tombow again. And that one's left a little trail at the bottom. And then I'll pop that one at the top. Like that. And then I'm going to bring in my the label die and the stamp that I've put on, and that's going to sit on the front of the card like this. But I will show you how easy that does stamp. A piece of our basic white, and I've used our tuxedo black ink for this. There we go. Lovely clear stamp. That one. And I used one of our blocks D for that one, to stamp that. I put that through my big shot machine. And now I'm going to put that on some dimensionals. Everything that I've used today is available in my Stampin' Up shop. If you use the host code for March, which is this one here, I can send you a free gift if your order's under £150. If your order's over £150, please don't use the host code because you can claim your own rewards with Stampin' Up. And I will put a list below my video of all the items I've used. So if you just click the show more button and subscribe, I'd be more than happy to help you with your order. We just need to stick this into the inside of the card now, and then we're done. And I'm going to use Stampin' Seal for this. I think I'm doing this wrong. I've only just bought this, so I think it's just trial and error at the minute. And I am going to stamp a little butterfly on the inside of here. And that's that. We will put some some sparkles on that. And this one's going to a dear friend who's a lovely lady. And this tool, you've got a putty end, and you can buy different ends for it. You can buy embossing tools. There's a palette knife there, a pokey tool, and this one you can get refills for, and it just picks up our little gems. Lovely. I'm going to put one there, and then I'm going to put one here as well. There we go. And that's the finished card. Like I said, KarenLazenbeats.stampinup.net is my website for anything that you wish to purchase from me today. I'd love to be your demonstrator. If you go on to YouTube and pick this video up, please like, share, and go to the show more button, and it'll show all the items that I have used today. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.